Welcome back to AFTV. I'm here with my boy Lee Judges, and Lee, we've just witnessed a very disappointing night. Arsenal drawing at Brentford 1-1. Now, Lee, I'm going to say this, right? Let me know what you think. I think we were slightly fortunate to get a draw tonight, mate.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. I thought we was poor from the first minute. Realistically, from the Gabriel when he kicks it off for a corner. Listen, I felt that we needed a performance today to just show everybody that we're ready for this title. After watching that today, you can tell why people would be saying, look, they're not quite at it and all that. And I feel
Is it scoreboard pressure? Is it squeaky bum time? Have these guys got the minerals to get it over the line? What is it? Because last week we were brilliant against Sunderland. City go and beat Liverpool at the weekend. They go and beat Fulham. All of a sudden there's a bit of pressure on. Tonight we're expected to go and beat Brentford, even though we know they're a good team. But we were just off it right from the start. What was that?
Listen, we was off it today. I don't really look at what Liverpool, the Liverpool game and what they've done at Fulham. That they're going to have to do that. I think I've got to look at ourselves today and think decision making weren't great. Listen, I've got to also say that that as poor as we were, that I thought that Brentford were good. They put it on us.
Yeah.
Long throws and we defended most of it well. But I have to say, you look at players today, and our big players didn't turn up. And decision making sometimes. I look at Declan Rice. Has been outstanding for us. He's through one-on-one. Well, not one-on-one. He's 6 yards out or 7 or 8 yards out. You've got to smash that in.
A confident Declan Rice is not looking to pass that.
No, well,
he just puts that in the net.
I didn't see him doing that at Bournemouth a few weeks ago, So I think that you used to have to look at decision making there. I think at the end of the day, you look at Timber today's had a poor performance. Gabriel, I thought that's the worst game that I've seen him play. Zubimendi, quiet today. Declan Rice not at his very, very best. The front three not good enough.
Even Raya, I know he made a couple of really good saves, but he looked a bit
shaky.
He did.
He looked shaky. So what's the reason for that? And you have to say, is it the pressure getting to him a little bit, and which is a bit of a worry. I didn't think it was a great performance from us from any shape or form, and I'm disappointed because I really wanted us to go and put in a performance there. But I watched that game today, and you would say that I'm a little bit worried by it, but. Listen, I have to say, people are going, you blame Arteta and all that. I don't blame Arteta for that today. The one thing that I would blame him for is, we're 1-0 up. What are you bringing Saka on for? You don't need to score. And he's come on.
I think, and don't get me wrong, you make a good point there. If a guy's to score, then you should really reward him by letting him stay on the pitch at least for another 15, 20 minutes. But what I would say is that Madueke did really well to get the goal. But let's be honest, just before he got the goal, I don't think too many people would have argued with him coming off.
No, you wouldn't. And I get that. But I don't know, I've watched games of football when a centre-forward like Haaland does absolutely nothing and scores and gets man of the match. Because why? Because he's the match winner. He's a goal scorer,
Good point.
And he's got the goal. He hasn't played well. I'll give you, he hasn't played well. But your confidence must be high from that. And you take him off. I'm not saying it was the right decision not to take him off, but I just felt like if you're going to put an extra defender in or something like that, they're bombarding us with corners and throw-ons and set pieces. Saka's not really going to be doing nothing for that, and we're 1-0 up. I just didn't really get that, But listen, that's me nitpicking about the manager. I don't think it's on the manager today. I think, I think that if I look at it, we got a response at half time. I think he's gone in there and he's put a few home truths in there, because we come out second half, we was much better. Made the change of Odegaard, who I think made us play better. But then you look at the goal, he's got to be at fault for that. Gabriel's got to be at fault for that as well. I think you could see from Arteta that don't give this team throw-ons and corners, like we have it with ourselves, and he's thrown it in there. It's a fantastic flick on and a great header, and we're done.
Should we look at it with the glass half full? So what about this then? So we didn't play well, obviously, and the stats will tell you that. Brentford outplayed us and had more shots on goal, more shots on target. But the fact that we didn't play well but still come away with a point, does that give you some kind of confidence going forward that at least this team do have it within them to eke out results when things are not going well?
That's a great point, and I think you have to take the positive from that is there. Like, we didn't play well today, and we're still not lost. But ultimately, what you're looking at is you're looking for the team now to go right. We've had a couple of poor performances in the past. You know, I didn't realise it was only 2 wins in 6. You know what I mean? We're all saying it's a good. I think like a couple of the cup games have sort of glassed over that, if I'll be honest. But you know, and why is it only 2 wins in 6? You know, is it the pressure? You know what I mean? Like, again, Martinelli today, I think, has been fantastic for us in the last few weeks. But there was pressure on him to score that goal today. You know what I mean? Timber going through 1-on-1 as a bad touch, it takes it away from him. He's still got the backup of Martinelli there, and he plays it into Martinelli, but we miss. You know, I don't think we've done enough today, if I'll be honest, to win that game. I don't know about.
I'll be honest, mate. When we got to additional time added on, I thought, you know what, I'll take the point and keep it moving. Because to me, after a certain time, it looked to me like we weren't going to win the game.
No, it isn't. And, you know, I mean, and listen, we've had Saliba pull out earlier on, and I think, you know, look, the credit to Mascara, he come in and I thought done okay. Yeah. I thought Nketiah done okay. But the rest of them weren't good enough. You can't have 9 players not at the races, Laurie. Like, you know.
I thought Gyökeres did okay.
Gyökeres done okay. Gyökeres done okay.
He didn't really look like scoring.
No, he done okay. There was some good. He had some good stuffs in there. Like, you know, I wouldn't say the lack of service and all that. Like, but you know, you've got to. I think embrace the where you are. You've got yourselves into this position. It's no. You've got to go on. Make sure you go forward and not cramp up a little bit. I felt today. I'm looking at that game today and I'm thinking, right, why did we play so bad? Why?
I'm at a loss.
And maybe it's because that Man City put a little bit of pressure on us. So what? You've got to be able to go. You know what I mean? Slap that aside. We're good enough. Like, I didn't see that today. You know, like. There's no doubt Arsenal are the best team in this league. There's no doubt they've got the best squad. But there is that thing about mentality. And I don't care what anybody says. We need to be... look, it was a tough game at Leeds and we went and produced a magnificent performance and you think, right, we're ready for it, like, you know. Today it weren't a great performance. I don't think we deserve to win today. You know, I mean, we've got to play a lot better. And, you know, if we play like that against Wolves, I don't think we'll get a result against them. You know what I mean? Because too many mistakes. You can't... Doesn't matter what Brentford done today. Like, when that game kicked off, right, Brentford did do nothing for Gabriel to kick the ball out for a corner, right? Brentford did nothing for Raya to throw it out to one of their players and then they get the goal, like, you know what I mean? It's mistakes from us.
Unforced errors.
Unforced errors, yeah. You know, it's a great term in tennis, that, isn't it? Like, unforced errors. And so why are we making unforced errors that we've not made and done all season? You know what I mean? Listen, we've done it at Bournemouth. He done it at Bournemouth, Gabriel, and got away with it. I thought that, you know, you're looking at him today, that I don't think I've seen Gabriel have a worse performance today. Now, is that because Saliba's not next to him, or is that because the pressure got to him tonight? Timber tonight, that's the worst game I've seen him play. I don't think he done anything there. Now, is that because he's tired? He's been playing too many games. Could he have been rested on Saturday for Sunderland game and then come in for it today? I don't know. I look at that. I look at Zubimendi. Where was he today? You know what I mean? Like, so are we going to say, look, Brentford, give them all the credit? Yeah, I get that. But I also think that, you know, somewhere along the line we've got to be a little bit brave and say, right, come on, this is it now, like, you know. Yeah. But listen, it's still in our own hands, you know, and that point today might be a good point. I don't know, you know. But what we need as fans, I know it's, you know, like, we need a little bit of like comfort that this is not going, but you've also got to show it with performances. You know what I mean? Go out there when you're playing a team that's in the fourth from bottom at Nottingham Forest and not performing. When you go here today and not perform. You know what I mean? Like, I would be a lot better off if we'd have performed tonight, gone toe to toe and ended up drawing. But well, for me, that weren't good enough. What I see today wasn't good enough.
Travelling to away games has never been easier, especially with Rocket Mobile.
Unlimited data, unlimited everything in the UK. When you leave the UK, it's 20 gig of roaming data. Life is very easy.
£16 a month, no hassle.
How you doing, mate?
You're doing all right?
And this is what you get in Europe. I know. Tony Ellis!
All right.
Thank you so much. Lee, you're the man.